So yeah, that was a freaking delicious meal. Whew. 1 cup of rice, 5 ounces of ground beef. Started saying 6, but we got our food reduced this week even further. And half a cup of vegetables. And that was just freaking good in the hood. We have been mainly cutting down our food quite a bit. Well, going back to the meal, throw a little bit of sriracha on there, I'm a happy camper. That is all I freaking need. But yeah, so we had quite a bit of carbs added this week, but the protein got dropped just a little bit more. And I've started adding in 30 more minutes of stairs. And that's been a freaking blast because, yeah, I've been doing 30 minutes stairs daily at level 6. So now I'm doing an hour of stairs at level 6. And talk about just getting freaking, I don't know, into a new groove, because it's one thing to do 30 minutes, but then to add an additional 30 minutes onto that is, man, it just takes a little more out of you. But I will say we have thrown in a little bit of clen to ease the tension. So that's where we're landing right now. The clen has been really helping out because for y'all that don't know, clenbuterol it was originally an allergy medication, and it's used for, like, a lot of the time for people in prep because it makes everything way easier on your system. Like, if you haven't noticed, I've been just a little deprived of energy. I guess that's the best way to put it these past few weeks. And, understandably so. We're having a lot less food. And on the flip side, the training also, oh man, oh no, why did I do that? Oh, I just think I got sriracha on this finger and I just rubbed my eye. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a burner. But yeah, so that's been that. Oh god, it's really burning. Anyways, the clen has really been helping, and basically all that it does is it opens up your lungs, so it makes oxygen delivery a lot easier. So when you're doing cardio, it's like freaking nothing. Like you're feeling the cardio, and you can feel, the potential exhaustion that you could get from it, but your threshold for exhaustion is just boosted tenfold. Like you are like an endurance fiend. Like, I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but you can do a lot more cardio a lot easier. And throughout the day, when you're pretty low on carbs, pretty low on food in general, it is, it makes everything a lot easier. Like I just have a lot more energy day to day, and it's kind of nice because I didn't picture myself using this clen anytime soon, since we're technically on an off-season bulk right now. And well, technically, we're on a mini cut in the midst of that off-season bulk. And so, that being said, I didn't see myself using clen anytime soon. So, plans have changed. We are freaking using it, and we're doing our hour of stairs. And I'm not saying that the clen is going to do all the work for you, but it will definitely help you do more work. That is for freaking sure. So those hour of stairs, it's going to go by like that. Only thing is, just can't get bored. I just got to have something to do while I'm on those stairs for an hour. So, got my work to do. I got random stuff that I need to write about. So, it's a kind of a win-win all the way around. But anyways, that is where I'm landing right now. So the main aim of today, back. And I don't know if I'm going to be completely on plan, but I do know that I will be definitely getting a good freaking back pump. And back is the one day that I really need to watch it as far as my lower back injury goes. And, you know, that's understandable. I mean, that's pretty simple. But end of the day, just can't do anything that's going to brace my lower back too much. So definitely no rack pulls, no bent over barbell rows, no T-bar rows, but anything like a chest supported row or like a pull up or a lat pull down, that's fair game. That you know, I can definitely do that. But anything past that, no. Basically, we just need to take all the pressure off my lower back and really drive it into my mid back and just my lats, you know, because we're going to be getting quite a bit of upper trap activation on our shoulder days. But other than that, no. We don't need to work it too much. We're mainly just going for back density, aka mid back, and then back width, aka lats. So that is the freaking plan for today. I'm thinking that my coach has lat pull downs programmed, some sort of chest supported row, and then probably some sort of like single arm row. You know, I'm not going to go too crazy with the single arm rows unless it's chest supported, but that's just freaking me. I'm thinking what I'm going to start out with today, because my back days have been pretty creative. They've been definitely what I need right now in terms of my injury, and not so much like following the program, you know, exercise by exercise. We're just going to be kind of going off on our own on these days and just getting a major mid back and lat pump. That is all I'm here for. But I'm thinking what we're going to try out is an Awehrness original. Shout out Awehrness Fitness. So this Awehrness original has to do with building mid back density. So what we're going to be doing is, it's called a wide grip pinch row. And so what you basically do, I don't know what's going on with my car. It's a service tire monitor system. No. But yeah, so basically wide grip pinch row, you can go to like basically anywhere where you can row. And then what you're going to do is you're going to be in a wide grip position. So whether you're using like a lat pull down bar or you're using like handles on a machine, you're basically doing wide grip, which is like 1.5 times shoulder width. And then you're going to be pinching your shoulder blades together, then letting your shoulder blades roll back, and then you do a row. So that pinch at the very start is to make sure that you're really getting quite a bit of mid-back activation before getting into the row. And you know, I might go freaking crazy today. I might do 2 pinches, then a row. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that feels, because that's the other thing. I want to make sure that it feels really good in the movement. But I think that'll be a good starting point. You know, I'll have to see how I feel once I get there, but I think that'll be pretty freaking good. But yeah, other than the training side of things for bodybuilding, meditation's been going extremely well. It's funny, I usually do my first meditation right as I wake up before I go to work, and then I do my second meditation during lunch at work. And so today I had a different sub job because I substitute teach, and I was in the classroom and I was doing my meditation there, just in a chair, set the timer for 20 minutes, boom. And then one of the staff members came in and they just needed to look at something. It was like a power supply into something that had to do with IT, right? So they walk in right in the middle of my meditation. You know, I stand up, act all nonchalant, got my phone out, like I'm like, yeah, I'm just chilling, just walking around the classroom, whatever. And then they were like, oh, we just need to check this. Checked it out. They left. And then they told me right before they left, oh, we might be back. And I was like, okay, yeah, no worries. Meanwhile, I'm like in the middle of these 20 minutes for this meditation, and I'm like, man, come on. So they come back in the middle, like 5 minutes later, again in the middle of the meditation, and I did the same exact thing. I stood up, checked my phone, act all nonchalant, chill, whatever. But that got me thinking, like, why am I trying to hide the fact that I'm meditating? You know, it's almost like if you're in the middle of a workout and then somebody comes in and you're like, ooh. No. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't working out. No. That wasn't me. No. It's like, what do you have to be ashamed of? You know, it's like you're doing something you love. And so that's kind of a message to me. Like, working out, that's nothing for me. It's like, cool, he's working out. That's awesome. But meditation, that is a totally different story. That's like a very private thing for me. Like, I'm always doing it alone. Actually, the first time that I ever did it with someone else, a buddy of mine came over for a party last weekend, and I was like, man, I gotta get the second meditation in. Do you wanna meditate with me? And he was like, sure, because he's just down for anything, like, just cool dude. And so we meditated together, but that was like the first time, other than like, you know, I've meditated with my family, or I guess just my mom and my dad before, but nothing like meditating with my friends or strangers or whatever, you know, like I've never done that. But that gets me thinking, like, if you truly love to do something, don't be friggin' ashamed of it. Like, just let it be. It's whatever. Like, I'm meditating. Like, cool. You know, it's almost like I had to make up this thing that I'm doing instead of what I was actually doing. You know, so I think next time, if that happens again, which it probably will, because I'm at these sub jobs and anything can happen. Like, people have keys to the classroom, even though it's locked, they can just walk right in. I think I'm just gonna hit them with the old, oh, what's up? Yeah, I was just meditating. Like, feel free to do whatever you want. And that way, you know, it's kind of like there's nothing wrong with it. Like, you're just doing your thing. So yeah, that was just what I was thinking. But anyways, we're gonna get into this freaking back day. I'm gonna stop rambling. Let's just go get a freaking gnarly back pump.